Hello, welcome. We are here for a deck tech with Keith. Keith, how's it going?
Not bad. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. Okay, so we have a spicy brew, a spicy list going on here. Can you explain what you're doing today?
So today I'm kind of rocking around with a bit of a hot take on Deadguy Ale. It's a classic deck from many years ago that got a whole lot of new toys with things like Lord of the Rings, especially MH3. Just jumping right into it, the first card I want to talk about is Philia Exuberant Shepherd. So it came out with MH3. It's a 2-mana, 2/2 flash. When it comes in, when it attacks, you can exile up to one other non-land permanent and then bring it back under the owner's control at the end of the turn. If it was one of your permanents, it gets a 1/1 counter. Right now, it feels super relevant with things like Chalice of the Void. If they try to put it down on 1, you can flicker that out and have it come back in at 0. So it gets you out of Chalice locks. It can re-trigger your Solitudes or your Griefs or anything like that, or even Stoneforge Mystic or Bowmasters to get extra triggers on those. As a whole, the deck kind of has your standard scam package. It's got Griefs, it's got Ephemerates just to flicker those back out.
Oh, that's spicy. Okay.
Reanimates to bring it back from the grave early, or you can reanimate the Troll. And just as a whole, it has a lot of early game pressure. Another bit of a spicy one from Thunder Junction actually would be Pest Control.
Okay, yes.
A lot of people are playing Vexing Baubles right now, and that kind of turns off a lot with this deck. So being able to play that down and get rid of the Baubles, get rid of any other pesky artifacts, or even some early aggro cards, it's perfect for that kind of thing.
Awesome. How many times have you ephemerated Solitude and Grief today?
A few.
A few? Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Again, you mentioned Stoneforge. So what's your current Stoneforge Mystic package that you got going on in this deck?
So the one thing I'm doing differently than most Deadguy Ale brews is I'm not running Batterskull at all.
Okay.
Instead, we're opting for Cauldron Complete, Umezawa's Jite, and Lion Sash.
Yes.
So the Lion Sash is taking care of the graveyard problems that aren't my own. Even against Frog, the Psychic Frog, though they can exile stuff from their graveyard, if I'm trying to get it out faster, it forces them to eat it up instead of letting me get counters on that. Alternatively, I can just hit my own fetch lands, anything like that, just to make it bigger.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Umezawa Jite, it's self-explanatory.
Yeah, as we know, all these X1s in the format, if you can get rid of them, or just even being able to get rid of kill a frog if they have no cards in there or something like that with the Jite, it makes sense. There's many options for that. And of course, you have your Swords of Plowshares, your Wasteland package, the Orcus Bowmasters we spoke of, Reanimates. Is there anything crazy in the main beyond the Scam package or the white splash beyond that?
Honestly, outside of Philia, not that much.
That's it.
I feel like I'm playing 2 today. I should be probably playing 3.
Yeah.
The card has proved to be incredibly good.
Awesome. Sweet. Okay, so is there any particular matchups that, before we go to sideboard, that in your game 1 you feel very favored against?
This might also be an unpopular opinion, but playing against Grixis Delver or just Blue-Red Delver, anything like that, even Rescaminator, it's not the worst matchup for me. So I feel fairly confident in those matchups in game 1, and even more so in game 2 and 3.
Awesome. Okay, so is there anything in the sideboard that is super, again, out of left wing or anything like that, or any particular cards that you brought in or that you do have that fights certain things that you're really scared of?
Realistically, the sideboard is pretty stock.
Yeah.
The one difference to most Deadguy Ale lists right now is they're running the Nihil Spell Bombs. I opted for Surgical Extraction because it kind of it gets around a lot more things, and I can pitch it to Grief in a pinch, anything like that. Other than that, adding the extra Pest Control on the side. Pest Control, on top of getting rid of early threats, it can also be a pitch target to both Solitude and Grief. So it's kind of just got a nice little home, and if it becomes useless, I can cycle it away to draw a card.
Awesome, makes sense. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you are an owner of a store or work at a store. Do you have anything you want to plug towards that?
Yeah, if you guys are ever looking for singles that aren't here at ETB, you can always check out Critical Hit Gaming Lounge. We have a vast selection for you guys to check out, and we'd love to see you there.
Awesome. So again, that's in Oshawa, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, the border of Oshawa and Curtis.
Awesome. So there you go. So again, Keith, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll send it back to the booth. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
See ya.